Have you ever stopped to think about what your financial life will be like in a few years? How do you imagine your future, full of achievements and economic tranquility? Everyone has dreams and desires, but not everyone can turn them into reality. It's true, many people dream, but few are willing to take the necessary steps to achieve that success. If you identify with this search, I have good news. It is possible to change your financial trajectory. And in this video, I will show you 10 signs that you have everything it takes to achieve prosperity in 2025. By staying until the end, you will understand which attitudes are putting you on the right path to financial success. So, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any important tips. 1. You understand that a lot of money is circulating in the market right now. We live in a historic moment where the largest wealth transfer ever recorded is taking place. That's right. We are witnessing a movement of money like never before, and the next few years will bring a true revolution in the financial scenario. According to BBC News, over the next 20 years, most of the wealth of baby boomers who are aged 57 to 75 will be passed on to younger generations. And this is not just limited to the United States, but has global repercussions. In other words, an immense amount of money is circulating, and you need to position yourself in the right way so as not to lose your share. What does this mean for you? If you are aware of this wealth transfer and know how to take advantage of opportunities, you have a real chance of changing your financial life. This movement is not something that will happen in isolation. He is influencing markets and creating new ways to generate wealth. There's no point in just waiting for things to happen. You need to take control of your financial life, taking advantage of this wave of money that is being transferred. The question now is, have you positioned yourself to take advantage of this historic opportunity? If not yet, don't worry, you can start now. If you've already noticed that the game is changing, then you're on the right path. Let's move on to the next sign, which will help you even more on this journey. But first, give it a like to strengthen this content and continue with the video. 2. You are not in a rush to get rich, but you are urgent to act. The rush to get rich can be a trap. Many people believe that financial success will happen overnight, but the reality is very different. To achieve prosperity, you need to be willing to invest time and effort. The secret is consistency and patience. Have you ever realized that, despite not wanting to get rich overnight, you have an urgency to act? Perhaps you have already started to learn more about finances, or are even putting into practice some ideas to increase your earnings. But you know that this process takes time. What you need to understand is that on average, financial growth for someone who is solidly building wealth takes 7 to 10 years. In the first few years, it may seem that the results are not that significant, but it is exactly during this period that you are creating the foundation for your success. Believe me, at the right time, things start to align and your efforts start to bear fruit. The key here is to trust the process and not despair about the immediate results. Have you ever thought about how much you can achieve in 3, 5, or 10 years if you persist? What you need is to be constantly seeking evolution. When you maintain this mindset of continuous learning and daily effort, success starts to feel more and more real. If you identify with this long-term vision, you are already ahead of many. Now stop and reflect. Are you ready to take the first steps, or have you been on this path for some time? Leave your comment below to share your experience and show that you are committed to your journey. 3. You know that a conventional job will not generate significant wealth. Although a good job is important and acts as a financial foundation, have you ever realized that a fixed salary is unlikely to lead you to financial success? Many believe that the path to wealth is just having a good job, but this is not true. The reality is that to achieve true prosperity, you need to go one step further. What can really transform your financial life is entrepreneurship. Of course, having a quality job brings stability, but to accumulate a large amount of wealth, you need to look for other sources of income. When you decide to open your own business, you have the chance to increase your earnings exponentially. It can even be a risky process, but when you have a long-term vision, you can deal with these risks more strategically. And the best part, when you are an entrepreneur, you have complete control over your financial future. Even if things don't go as expected at first, you will always have the support of your job to guarantee your safety. So, if you already have a job as a basis, take advantage of this position and start thinking about ways to diversify your sources of income. When your business income starts to grow, you see transformation happen in your life. This is something that few people can understand immediately. But if you have already realized that a job alone will not take you to the top, then you are on the right path to achieving your financial freedom. The key is to start. It is important to know that patience and dedication to your own business will bring the desired results over time. And when you least expect it, you will see the return on your efforts. 4. You live with a standard of living below what you earn. Did you know that one of the main attitudes that the rich adopt to increase their wealth is to live below their means? When people start making more money, they tend to want to show others that they have reached the top. It's natural to want to buy a bigger house, a luxury car, or other items to show off your success. However, this attitude can be a big mistake for those looking to accumulate wealth in the long term. The secret is to resist the temptation to show off as soon as the money starts coming in. Many fail financially by trying to present an image of success before they have actually consolidated their wealth. Purchasing material goods impulsively may seem like a reward, but in reality, it can divert your focus from your larger financial goals. For those on the path to prosperity, the most important thing is to save and invest, not to spend excessively on items that do not add real value to your financial life. By maintaining a more modest lifestyle, you can set aside a significant part of your income to invest and expand your wealth. The key is to spend wisely and prioritize what is really necessary, avoiding excessive spending that could compromise your financial future. This does not mean living in an austere way, but rather making conscious choices to ensure that your resources are applied in a way that generates more wealth in the future. If you can control this impulse to splurge, you are creating a strong financial foundation and are one step closer to achieving your financial freedom. 5. You are thriving on your intelligence, not physical exertion. One of the greatest limitations of human life is our body. Although it is essential and allows us to perform many tasks, it has a physical limit that inevitably prevents us from achieving great things through physical effort alone. Have you ever stopped to think that, to achieve true wealth, the key is to explore your intellect and your ability to learn and innovate? The good news is that when you use intelligence to thrive, you eliminate these physical limitations. The human mind is an inexhaustible source of opportunities. When you invest in your knowledge, whether through courses, books, or practical experiences, you begin to develop creative solutions to problems, create new business ideas, and find innovative ways to generate more income. I'm not saying that physical work isn't important. However, when you can overcome your body's limitations and focus on what your mind is capable of accomplishing, the possibilities become endless. Intelligence is a resource that can be constantly improved, and this puts you in a unique position to reach new financial heights. The financial success of people who reach the top is directly linked to how much they invest in improving their mind. They understand that there is never too much knowledge, and that the more they know, the more they can achieve. Therefore, if you are seeking the path to wealth, it is essential to focus on intelligence, as it is the key to achieving true financial freedom. 6. You are dedicated to finding new ways to generate income. For those who are truly focused on creating wealth, relying exclusively on a job salary is not enough. The secret to accelerating financial growth is diversifying your sources of income. Have you ever realized that, to prosper, it is essential to always be looking for new ways to generate money, in addition to what you're already doing? This is one of the biggest differences between those who become rich and those who stay in the comfort zone. Of course, the financial base for many comes from a steady job, but when you start thinking about how you can generate income in various ways, you are opening doors to exponential growth. This may involve starting your own business, investing in stocks, creating a product or service, or even seeking passive income that doesn't require your daily effort. The important thing here is not to depend solely on a single source of income, as this limits your possibilities for financial growth. And there's no need to start with big investments or complex ideas. Often, the first step is simple. Look for alternatives that fit your profile and start small with little money or time. As time passes, you will be able to expand these sources of income, and the money will begin to work for you. When you adopt this mentality of continually seeking new ways to generate resources, you begin to become more financially resilient, as you no longer depend on just one source to maintain your stability. This opens up a range of opportunities and creates a constant flow of money coming in, which is essential for achieving big financial goals. 7. You continue to expand your knowledge of finance. Did you know that all individuals who achieve great financial feats are constantly learning? The secret to financial success is not just making money, but also understanding how money works and how you can use it to grow your wealth. If you haven't started investing in your financial knowledge yet, now is the time to do so. Leaders of large companies, such as CEOs, are always looking for new knowledge on how to better manage their businesses and optimize their personal and business finances. They know that to stay competitive and updated, it is essential to invest in constant education. They read books, attend seminars, attend lectures, and seek to learn from other successful investors and entrepreneurs. And this is not just a trend among the big names in the market, but a common practice among all those who achieve lasting financial success. Expanding your knowledge about finance goes beyond just understanding how to save or invest. It's about understanding the global economy, financial markets, different types of investment, and of course, the best practices for managing your own money efficiently. The more you learn about finance, the more prepared you are to identify opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and make more assertive decisions. Investing in your financial learning is not just a choice, but a necessity for anyone who wants to grow financially. And the best thing is that this is an investment that always brings a return. When you master the art of dealing with money and apply this knowledge, the chances of increasing your wealth multiply. So never stop learning about finance. The knowledge acquired will be the greatest ally of your prosperity. 8. You don't spend your money on irrelevant things. One of the main differences between those who achieve financial success and those who don't is the way they handle their money. Have you ever stopped to think about how many people waste resources on impulsive purchases and items that don't add real value to their lives? This is a major obstacle for anyone looking to grow financially, as without planning, the money will go quickly. Contrary to what many people imagine, it is not necessary to give up all indulgences, but a balance is necessary. Those who truly achieve financial freedom know that the secret is to prioritize what is essential and avoid unrestrained consumption. They understand that by impulsively spending money on non-essential things, they are actually compromising their financial future. For example, it may be tempting to use some of the extra money you've earned to buy a new gadget, a designer outfit, or take an unplanned trip. However, before making any expenditure, think about the impact this purchase will have in the long term. You can even buy these items, but ideally, this should be done strategically, planned, and only after you have achieved important financial goals, such as creating an emergency fund or growing your investments. Those who focus on gaining wealth learn to differentiate between what is really important and what can wait. This means that you don't need to live austerely, but you should always consider your financial priorities and ensure that your money is directed towards what will really help you build a stable and prosperous financial future. The ability to control your consumption impulses is one of the greatest signs of financial maturity and one of the biggest keys to achieving wealth. 9. Your friendships are thriving. Have you ever noticed how the people you hang out with directly influence your financial success? When you're surrounded by people who are excelling, it rubs off on you. The environment around you is fundamental to your personal and professional growth. If your friends are thriving, it creates an atmosphere of motivation and collective effort where everyone drives each other to achieve more. When you get close to people who have the same goal of financial growth, you start to learn from them and be challenged to improve. Furthermore, these friendships can become sources of business opportunities, valuable tips, and strategic partnerships. By surrounding yourself with successful people, you create a positive circle where success becomes more accessible. So choose your friendships wisely. People who have a mindset of abundance and success can be the fuel you need to stay on the right path and move forward. Success is never lonely, and by getting involved with those who share the same ideals, you further strengthen your chances of achieving great achievements. 10. Avoid impulsive spending. Avoiding impulsive spending is an essential step towards achieving financial stability and building a solid future. We are often seduced by promotions, purchases for excitement, or the feeling of immediate reward, but these choices can compromise our long-term goals. To avoid falling into this trap, it is important to be clear about your financial priorities. The first step is to establish a monthly budget. This means listing your income and expenses, differentiating what is essential, such as housing, food, and transportation, from what is superfluous. Having this clear vision allows you to identify areas where savings can be made. Furthermore, adopting the habit of planning your purchases, avoiding impulse purchases, makes all the difference. Before you buy something, ask yourself, do I really need this right now? Does this align with my financial goals? Another crucial point is to set clear financial goals, such as setting up an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for the future. When you know where you are going, it becomes easier to resist the temptations of the present. Also remember to create mechanisms to avoid situations that encourage unnecessary consumption, such as avoiding frequent visits to shopping malls or deactivating notifications about online promotions. Focusing on your financial priorities is an exercise in discipline and self-control. By avoiding impulsive spending and directing your resources to what really matters, you will be closer to ensuring stability and security in the future. If you realize that you identify with more than 3 of these signs, congratulations! This shows that you are getting closer to achieving the wealth you so desire. Don't forget to leave a comment sharing which signs caught your attention the most. That way I know you're committed to your financial success. Follow the channel, as we will soon have more videos to delve even deeper into this important topic. And, of course, if this content was useful to you, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This helps a lot to reach more people who are also looking for financial transformation. See you in the next video.